All right, what's going on? You back? Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. One time for the one time we grinding. We'll talk a little boxing real quick. Got some news today. Finally, Errol Spence, Shawn Porter is a done deal. Um, uh, here in pay per view, here in pay per view, possible Showtime, possible Fox, here in Barclays Center. Also saying it could happen in Texas. Let's talk about the pay per view, why it's pay per view, and also I'm gonna continue to speak the truth about Manny Pacquiao and show the double standards and hypocrisy in boxing about Manny Pacquiao and show how certain people do. All right, but I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you check out our sponsor, the Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. I mean, anywhere from lotions, soaps, foot soaps, candles, toothpaste, the whole nine. So check them out. Website, promo code, description. As I've been preaching, Google Hangouts is going away. So obviously, I'll be going back to my other setup. So yeah, check that out, man. But appreciate everybody for tapping in. Once again, forgive me on social media as well. But Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those links in the description. You want to reach out to me in the email, question, chop it up, whatever the situation may be. All the information there. So it's a done deal. Errol and Shawn, us being reported. I pretty much knew it was a done deal. When I seen Errol Spence working out. When I seen him working out, I'm like, you know what? It's possibly probably a done deal. He started training. He was a straight prima donna. And once again, at the end of the day, I'm not knocking no man out there that put his pockets first. Because at the end of the day, if you do something for the fans, you know what I'm saying, and you get knocked out or you leave some money on the table, and I'm gonna kind of complete what I'm saying. Give me a second. And you think the fans gonna take care of you? You know what I'm saying? You think the fans gonna pay your medical bill? So I'm not knocking him. I'm not gonna call Errol Spence selfish. Yeah, he could have took less money and made it free for the fans. But you know what? Boxing don't care about his fans. We the last on the priority list, especially the hardcore boxing fans. MRCU, we the last on the priority list. They never say something like, we never had boxing appreciation. Nothing you could tell me. Nothing has ever been premeditated to say, you know what? Let's get a boxing fans. This whole decade I can think about. Nothing has been set and say, you know what? We're going to bless these niggas tonight. We're going to put a great card on ESPN. If you have a great card on ESPN or Showtime, Fox, CBS, Spike, all through the decade, NBC, if you had a great card, okay? If you had a great card, all right, it was by pretty much by accident. Okay, a lot of your fights you've seen it wasn't designed or it wasn't believed to be as good a fight as it was. Berturbia and Callum Johnson. Nobody think that fight was gonna be that good. You know what I'm saying? The fights that they build up to be good, like Kovalev and Hopkins, it was a one-sided ass whooping. So in this era of boxing through the 2000 from 10 to 2019-20 through the whole decade, okay, however it go, nothing has been for us, okay? And at the end of the day, you think Errol Spence gonna say, I'm gonna take this? I don't know how much more, how much less he took. You think Errol Spence about to say, I'm gonna take this less for the fans? Nah. At the end of the day, when motherfuckers say, when I hear black fighters say this, and like I said, I'm consistent with my argument. When I hear black fighters say, I like my fans, or I do this for the fans, or whatever the sentiment may be, or whatever the phrase may be, I don't believe them motherfuckers. For whatever reason, I believe it a little more or a lot more when a Mexican fighter said, or a United Kingdom fighter said. And at any level, the bum level, prospect level, contender level, journeyman level, championship level, I believe it more when they said. So at the end of the day, a black fighter ain't gonna take no fucking pay cut. So before we even get to that, before that becomes a topic of discussion, the reason it's on pay-per-view is because Errol Spence. Okay, Kenny Porter probably tell you, Shawn will tell you. If you get them some truth serum, Tim Smith, Tim Shaw, okay, Al Heyman, Sam Watson, the Sons, the Watsons, whoever connected to him, barbershop conversation, whoever you talk to, if they was keeping it 100, the reason it's on pay-per-view from everything I've been hearing, and I know this is a fact, I'm not speculating, because Errol Spence wanted to be pay-per-view. And people, you're going to have his cult fan following that fall in uniform with it, okay? You're going to have his fans that say, if they price this bitch at $200, they'll get behind him and say, "Oh, you know, this is a $200 fight. You know, to watch Errol Spence is a blessing. This is a good fight between Shawn Porter." They gonna try to sell you whatever you need to be sold. Okay, for me, I look at this motherfucker shit is motherfucker. You gonna have 6 pay-per-views in 9 months from January to September. You possibly gonna have 6 pay-per-views. Now, could somebody get injured? Yeah. 6 pay-per-views, and you know niggas' favorite line is, "Oh, you don't have to watch it." I know I ain't got to fucking watch it, and I know I ain't got to pay for it. But it's highway robbery. We might have 6 pay-per-views that none of them motherfuckers is pay-per-view worthy. None of it. And Pacquiao Mayweather ain't the barometer, or McGregor Mayweather ain't the barometer for a pay-per-view. The barometer for the pay-per-view fights right now goes listed: Crawford, Spence. You might can squeeze out the winner versus Keith Thurman if he beat Pacquiao pay-per-view. Okay? You probably can sell niggas Wilder Fury, even though I don't even like that fucking fight. I watch it because AJ got lost, but AJ and Wilder was the fight. See what happened with AJ. Tank Loma, you might can ease by pay-per-view. Eventually, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, they keep on a track. You might can say that's pay-per-view. Canelo Jamal Charlo, you might can say, maybe pay-per-view. Even though I know it's the zone. Okay, for all my technical niggas out there, hold on, my bad. Even though I know it's the zone. Okay, and I'll get your niggas in the chat. Give me a second. You might say, okay, that's pay-per-view. So I might be missing a few in there, okay? You might think, you know, well, Jared Hurd and Jared Hurd and what's homeboy name? Jamil Charlo, that fell through. So it's very few pay-per-view fights in this era that's deemed to be pay-per-view. 54 Trail Swan, I ain't seen you in a minute. I didn't even watch Breeders fight. I watched Doctor, so I don't know, man. I think Breeders a better fighter. Just what he did versus Usyk. That's the last time I seen him. MR, Roderick Brunswick, what's going on? Yeah, I agree. Porter's low whereas he is washed up. He got hurt by Garcia, dropped by Ugas recently. I don't think Porter low risk. Okay. He got hurt by Garcia. Garcia arguably a bigger puncher than Errol Spence. That ain't no. I think Heath Thurman got hurt by Garcia. I might be wrong. And okay, he had a bad night versus you because he struggled to make weight. Okay, motherfuckers had bad nights. Mayweather had a bad night versus Castillo. You know, Mayweather had a bad night versus Madonna. Bad nights don't mean nothing. Just like who another motherfucker who just fought and niggas thought he was done. Shit, I was just talking to somebody about this fight. J-Rock, and I hate to kind of venture off, and I'm gonna get back on code. J-Rock didn't look good versus Conley, really. Joshua Conley, that's Henry Ramirez fighter who trained Areola. He didn't look good versus Ishe Smith. He really didn't look real good versus Nathaniel Gallimore. Okay, he won those fights, but nothing. Those 3 fights are the fights I vividly remember J-Rock in before Jared Hurd. Nothing screamed to me like, oh shit, Jared Hurd about to upset. J-Rock about to upset Jared Hurd. His few performances after getting knocked out by Jamal Charlo, I didn't see that coming from J-Rock. Okay, some fighters get up for certain fights. All right, certain fighters get down for certain fights. So you can't just say, oh, he had that type of performance versus Ugas. Okay, maybe he had a bad camp. He just had a kid. Oh, he looked bad versus Garcia, or he got hurt by Garcia. I seen Errol Spence get hurt by a journeyman. Can't remember his name. All right. I seen him get hurt by a journeyman. Danny Garcia may be better than anybody Errol Spence fought. It's arguable. It's top 2. Oh, Shawn Porter got hurt by Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman got the best rep in the division as a welterweight. So you got to watch where you try to make your points at. Because I'm pretty sure Shawn Porter going to be in impeccable shape for this fight. I'm pretty sure Shawn Porter going to be focused. Steven, I see Steven Styles and Manuel Figueroa. He said what they need to do is question Pac about drugs. Just got here. Sorry. Yeah, man. I mean, I know somebody that's going to question him coming up real soon. You know, he might lose access, but he willing to do so. What's going on, Trick? I see you. 125 buys tops. Could be the case. I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate. You know, the first thing niggas want to say, you hate no Errol Spence. I ain't even thought about how many pay-per-view buys this fight gonna do. And I knew probably it's gonna be pay-per-view. Showtime is going broke and PBC is on sale. Most of these fights will most likely spread out between the zone and ESPN. I agree. Probably Showtime is being more frugal. I mean, I'll make a determining factor just for speculating if Showtime is going broke. We'll see how they budget look at the end of the year. I kind of predicted that when I seen the budget, I kind of predicted that that Fox will carry the first half of the year, and I think the last 2 quarters, or at least the last quarter, Showtime will carry it out. But from what I heard, a ton of fighters don't want to fight on. A ton of these fighters don't want to fight on Showtime. They want to fight on Fox. So we'll see how Showtime budget go before we jump to conclusions. But it seemed that way. Earl Porter isn't pay-per-view worthy. What's going on, John Black Johnny? I'm still calling you by your name. Absolutely none of them should be pay-per-view. Earl Spence is a hype job. MR Porter is dangerous fight for anyone. I agree. Reggie Sings, what you think about Paulie bare knuckle fight? I obviously don't. I don't really care about it. I don't really care about that Fugazi shit. I don't really care if he fight. I don't even care what Paulie do. I just don't care about it. I'm more interested in Randall Bailey bare knuckle fighting. Ali, what's going on? He says, I told you Galahad just had a bad night versus Taka. He was going to whoop Warrington, and he did so. A bad night means nothing. True, but he lost that fight. He didn't win. He should have did more. You know, he didn't win that fight versus Warrington. You can make a case that he won, but he didn't go out there and win it. He didn't go snatch the belt from the champion. Timmy B, what's going on? I think Shawn will use his wild style and try to throw the fight. I don't think he's gonna throw the fight, man. I think the Porters got too much dignity for that, at least. I think they're gonna go out on their merit and try their best, or his best, Shawn. Spence better work on his cardio for Porter. This won't be a relaxed 12-rounder of hell nonstop. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. Appreciate it, Harold Cooper, the love. 54 Swantra, who will win between Taylor and Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman right now. 2 different weight classes. Rigo's fighting former champion. Yeah, I heard. How does Porter beat Spence? Hawker Mustang. I hope Paulie gets knocked clean. And I was surprised to see Randall Bailey doing bare knuckles, man. That's something I would want to see. That motherfucker, man. Remember he knocked out Mike Jones? I know a lot of people probably don't remember that he knocked out Mike Jones for the IBF title, and eventually Devin Alexander beat him, and Mike Jones was never heard from again. So that shit crazy. So kind of look at Shawn Porter, Errol Spence. From a technical aspect, somebody asked me, how does he win? Is Keith Thurman enrolled in VADA? Neither one of them. Neither one of them is enrolled. The WBA is supposed to have a VADA program, but I could tell you, I don't think Keith Thurman enrolled no more. When he got stripped of his title, you know, but he said he would do testing. Pacquiao waived the test, and Pacquiao didn't test for the first, and people want to try to shine it on Keith Thurman. Pacquiao didn't yeah, he's enrolled. Yep, he's still enrolled. Keith Thurman is enrolled into the VADA clean boxing program. You can check that out on hell no, I ain't going to see Brandon Adams and Charlo. Hell no, I ain't going to see that bullshit. That nigga Charlo fighting in the garage, I heard. He said, what's up, OJ Maker? He said, you think Errol Spence seeing the back end money not there for free? Yeah, of course. Yep, I agree. Bracy one, what's going on? Long Beach and House, without a doubt. Eli Zachary, I see you. But yeah, somebody asked about how does Shawn Porter win? And basically Shawn Porter got to mix it up. I think Shawn Porter is the better athlete than Errol Spence naturally. He quicker, he faster than Errol Spence. That don't necessarily give you an edge. Because I think Errol got good timing. This would be the second time he fought since March. So what you go March, April, May, June, July. So it'd be 6 months. So that's average. It's more than average. It's more than average for today's fighter. So I think Errol Spence have a lot better timing. I think he have a lot better fitness than Mikey, even though I felt that he was fat, and I seen a few pictures of him. Shawn Porter better athlete, quicker feet in my opinion. Errol Spence got better. Probably he great at cutting the ring off. So one thing Shawn Porter got to bring to this party is a good jab. See, Shawn Porter got a better jab on the back foot. When Shawn Porter moving forward, Shawn Porter throw the jab, he flick it. For whatever reason it is, he flicks the jab. But when he on the back foot, I can't really think about what type of jab he got in the back foot, but just I know that his back foot his back foot jab is better. When he moving backwards, even though I don't like Shawn Porter moving backwards because he just don't seem effective. And what him and Kenny gonna have to do, okay? What him and Kenny gonna have to do is work on lateral movement, jab and lateral movement, okay? Because everything else that he need to win this fight, he got experience. He fought the better opposition, okay? I don't think he's naturally stronger. Him and Errol Spence both started off at 54, I believe. But I think they need to work on angles, okay? Don't let Errol Spence dictate the pace, okay? I think this is a case where you look at the Kell Brook fight, okay? You look at the Kell Brook fight. You're going against the southpaw once in this time, but you look at the Kell Brook fight and say, you know what? We kept running into Kell Brook straight punches, and he threw an uppercut, he threw a left hook. It was a great game plan by Kell Brook, and he held him. I look for that Shawn Porter to show up, but the difference that he could have made in that fight is not coming straight down the pipe. Okay, I think the difference in this fight is he used a jab coming down the pipe. I think he need a better jab coming down, but that's not the important key. The most important key is him using lateral movement. He needs to kind of use Pacquiao move. He needs to step to the side, fire off, keep Errol Spence guessing, use angles. Had he used angles versus Kell Brook, I'm not saying he would have won, but he used one angle. He was just coming straight down the middle like a Mack truck. You know, kind of like a running back with no hole to run through and trying to make a hole. Didn't work with Kell Brook. Kell Brook was prepared to hold him. He need to use angles. Young Pacquiao, he sparred with Pacquiao. He need to come through, feinting, jump in. At least he need to feint when he jump in. I felt when he fought Kell Brook, his feints wasn't effective. And I feel that, I don't know if Errol Spence can hold like Kell Brook, but I feel Errol Spence as a southpaw, how effective Kell Brook's straight right was in his 1-2 is, I feel Errol Spence can use the 1-2. In that effect, I don't know if he can hold Shawn Porter like that, but I feel like he don't need to. I think Errol Spence would shoot the 1-2, and I believe Derrick James would have him step to his right hand and probably shoot maybe a left hook, maybe a straight left hand. I think Errol Spence will have more of a killer instinct or more of a game plan to stop Shawn Porter. If Shawn Porter just keep coming down the middle on Errol Spence, I feel that he'll have a better chance than what he fought versus Hughes on the back foot. But ultimately, if Errol Spence is able to make that adjustment or they're able to train for that in camp, I think Errol Spence with 1-2 instead of the hold, Errol Spence is take a step. I think he's southpaw. He takes a step to his half step to his right or step to his right, fire a straight left hand. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll step and then he can just work from there. Maybe fire an uppercut in there. He'll be able to get his combinations off. So if I'm Shawn Porter, I want to use lateral movement. My feet are quicker than Errol Spence. Don't let Errol Spence strength come into play. If I'm talking to the Porters, and obviously they know more than boxing than me, okay? Everything I'm saying, if they agree with it, they agree with it. They don't, they don't. Take it for a fucking grain of salt. This is just my opinion on the outside looking in. Shawn Porter need to use his angles. Because what Errol Spence like to do best is hunt. He like to hunt his prey. He like for you to be on the back foot. Okay? Shawn Porter ain't good enough on the back foot, in my opinion, to really fuck with Errol Spence. Because if Errol Spence, he like to hunt you down. Errol Spence is probably the best fighter on the planet. Him and Triple G are cutting the ring off. It's a lost art. People talking about body shots being a lost art. Errol Spence, if this nigga get the moving versus Errol Spence gonna use his jab, good Shawn in position, cut the ring off, push Shawn in the quarter, and go to work. That's just what the fuck it's gonna be. Now they got options, okay? They can fight on the back foot and jump in and use lateral movement on the outside coming in. After round 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe Errol Spence pick up their cadence, pick up their rhythm, and maybe able to catch Shawn coming in. Okay. That can happen. It may happen. But if I'm them, my primary training method would be using lateral movement, keeping Errol Spence guessing, fighting with that rhythm. Like Deontay Wilder said, I like to train with reggae. That's what I'll be doing all camp. I'll be doing yoga. I'll be doing rhythm movement. Shawn Porter, top 3 athlete in this division. Movement. And it plays to what Shawn Porter want to do. I'm fading. And maybe I'm jumping in with a left hook. Maybe I'm jumping in with a left hook to the body. Maybe I'm jumping in with overhand right. But nigga, if I'm jumping in, I'm doing this. Errol Spence here. He a southpaw. I'm jumping in. After a while, Errol Spence put that high guard on. Okay. But if I'm constantly here, just like he was versus Kell Brook, flickering the jab out or just jumping in, left hook, and I'm trying to roll to the side or whatever, I'm trying to get up under, eventually that nigga gonna say, well, he coming down the middle. Man, I go, bam, right there. You know what I'm saying? Well, he like this. Maybe I go, he come down the middle with a left hook. Maybe I go, bam, I fire the uppercut. They gotta be prepared what he trying to do. If he come at one angle. But if Shawn Porter, he fainting, he fading, he might throw the jab out there from the orthodox. Oh, he fainting. Bam, throw the jab. Just throw a throwaway jab. And maybe he slide to that way, then fire off his hook. Errol Spence put the high guard on. So he like this. Errol Spence he ain't Crawford. He don't slip or move. And that could be a detriment as well, too. Because what if a motherfucker set you up, okay? What if a motherfucker set you up and you used to doing all this shit and all that shit, okay? Nigga set you up, say, you know what? I'm gonna go boom, boom. And I know the nigga gonna probably catch that motherfucker. He gonna wait for the right hand, slip him. I'm gonna throw the jab full speed, half speed right hand, and I know this nigga gonna roll up under that motherfucker. When that nigga roll up under there, and we gonna throw that right hook to the body. I remember Zab Judah did that versus Floyd Mayweather. It didn't work for Zab Judah. Zab Judah countered to Floyd Mayweather. When Mayweather was more on his toes, his counter, Mayweather would come in that motherfucker, and Mayweather go. He'd just throw the straight right hand, and he'd duck under. Mayweather was so good that, boom, he could roll that way. He might, boom, he could roll that way. He might, bam, 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 jab, boom, he could throw. His rhythm was hard. And what Zab would do in that fight, Zab tried to catch him with an uppercut. I don't think Zab landed that uppercut all day. Zab was a southpaw. Zab tried to, bam, land that uppercut. But the nigga missed it. I don't think he even grazed Floyd Mayweather. But Mayweather and Hopkins throw that lead right hand so good, and Shawn Porter got to let that motherfucker fly. He got to let it fly. But he got to use ankles. He can't come through the front door. You got to come through the side window, side door, back window. He got to use lateral movement. Roy Jones angles, exactly. He can't be Roy. But a lot of feints going to help him out. Because Errol Spence gets stuck in cement. And I wish I had a bag and shit set up in my basement. Maybe I'll get one or some shit like that. My shit just fucked up right now. I got clothes over here. I got a TV I'm about to sell over here. So my base, I ain't even got it together for the summer. But I'll eventually get it together, man. Like I said, I fucked my knees up. They coming back though. You know. But that's what he gonna have to do. Angles, a lot of feints. For him, in no particular order. Better jab on it coming on the inside. Feints, angles, and be himself. And then you can mix in some on the outside and jumping in. But if he gonna be on the outside and jumping in, I say that shit for later. The shit he did versus Yugas, I say that for later. I say when Errol Spence when he get desperate in the fight. And I'm not saying that I'm favoring Shawn Porter. Everybody figuring what Errol Spence is gonna do. So what I already understood don't have to be explained. And I explain it. But what Shawn Porter got to do is be Shawn. Don't be a boxer on the outside playing in phases. Say, you know what? I notice Keith Thurman do this a lot. Keith Thurman say, you know what? I know I gas out. I'm going to win the first 5 or 6 rounds. I might drop you. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to get a 10-8. I'm going to go up 7 points or 6 points minimum. You know what? You might get the 7th, 8th. I'm going to steal the 9. You might come get the 10th and 11th. But I'm going to steal the 12th and possibly drop you again. Keith Thurman is a point. Mayweather did that shit. The older Mayweather. Motherfuckers playing in sequences in the round. They know what round they want to win and when they want to turn it up. Shawn Porter got to bring that same energy in this fight. He got to bring the same energy in the fight. Well, that same game plan. Early on, we use angles, and if we feel like we winning the fight, and we outboxing Errol Spence, we feel like we can stop him, or we feel like we frustrating them, you know what? We get to, all right, if it's working, cool. We wearing them down, cool. But we get to the 10th round, and we can't stop this guy, and we feel like we up comfortably. We don't want to go De La Hoya Trinidad. We don't want De La Hoya to jog to, that motherfucker did a brisk walk to the end. De La Hoya was supposed to run through the tape. In my TNT voice. Kenny J. Smith. He supposed to run through tape. De La Hoya lost that fight. But then what we want to do is, then we want to snipe from the outside, throw some shots in, frustrate Errol Spence. He going to be going for broke. That's what the fuck I want to do. Get him, Mike. I see you. That's what I would be wanting to do. But Shawn Porter, the first half of the fight, fuck that fill out shit. I'm going to tell you something about Errol Spence. He green. Okay? Raison, I see. He green. Wood, I see you. Fight or die. He green. He ain't been cut in a big fight. He ain't been elbowed. He ain't been headbutted. Dirty Porter need to show up. Am I hoping Shawn Porter win? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck at this point. If Kell Brook beat Crawford, I don't give a fuck. I know it per se, the perception it might not be Crawford fight. I want everybody to get upset. If you ain't give me the fight I want to see, I want to enjoy upsets. Okay? One loss don't mean shit. But as a boxing fan, I don't care who win or lose no more. Except for my local fighters. That's it. Jarico O'Quinn coming up. Tony Harrison. That's where my fandom lies. Anybody coming out the D or in Michigan, Clarissa, that's who I support. That's what my fandom with. But I'm not going to show it on my channel. So, bias. Do I want black fighters to win? Hell yeah, I want. This is black versus black right here. Shawn Porter just need to be dirty. Angles. Better jab coming on the front foot. And be himself. Now, if I'm Errol Spence, what I'm looking to do, I'm looking to be Errol Spence. I'm looking to keep him on the outside. My jab is going to be a problem for him. I'm looking to put my jab on him. I'm looking to keep him on the outside. I don't want Shawn Porter leading with his head. I'm keeping Shawn Porter at bay. I'm walking Shawn Porter back into corners, and I'm using my jab, and I'm probing. I might be check hooking, checking off the with the right hook. I might be looking and land to the body underneath. I'm looking to cut the ring off. I'm looking to cut the ring off on Shawn Porter. And I'm looking to push Shawn Porter on the back foot and punish him. He said, I hope these niggas don't show up tomorrow. This shit going to be lit. What you talking about? I hope these niggas don't show up. I don't know what you're talking about. Explain, Wood. Maybe I got to look back at the comment section. My bad. I don't know what you was talking about, but I'm just saying, I think for Shawn, I think for Errol is just keeping Shawn on the outside and picking him out. Just like Kell Brook did. Keeping him on the outside, picking him off, coming on the inside. Now, if Shawn Porter use angles, it's going to be a little bit different. Because the way you erase angles, either you could do it the Mayweather way, and Mayweather, he got the rhythm of Manny Pacquiao. So Pacquiao, and I guess I'm just doing impersonation. I feel like Mr. Boxing today. I don't care if I look stupid. It is what it is. Will, what's going on? Jay Thomas, what's going on? Salute, what's going on? P. Good, I see you. Pacquiao was this. Whew. He fought with a rhythm. Same thing Shane Mosley. Floyd Senior brought this up. He said, Shane, he fought jittery. I don't know if you can find that video. What's going on? What's making? I see you. He said, I got to get in touch with you, man. I'm going to tap in with you tomorrow, bro. I'll make sure I call you. Or call me. I think I don't got your. I got your number. I'm going to tap in with you tomorrow. I got some shit I want to talk to you about. So Shane Mosley like this. He fight with a rhythm. Pacquiao, how Mayweather beat Pacquiao was Pacquiao cut like this. But Pacquiao, he bounced on his toe. But before Pacquiao punched, Tank fight in July 27. Before Pacquiao punched, the press conference tomorrow, I think that's what we're talking about. Before Pacquiao punched, Pacquiao, he had to be set. Mayweather said this. He had to be set. So before Pacquiao punched, he sat down, he sat and he threw a punch. Mayweather seen that on tape. I think Mayweather seen that from day one. Fuck that they don't watch tape. Pacquiao, when he sat down on the punch, Pacquiao was still bam. Same thing with Shane. Shane, he fought that jittery shit. You look and say, I know when Pacquiao about to punch. He sit down. Oh, CJ, why didn't nobody beat Pacquiao then? Because it's easier said than done. Remember, my uncle told me this years ago. Before I even owned the dog, was around. I had one dog. His name was Dijon. My dad had him at his house. I wasn't scared of Dijon. But for the most part, niggas was scared of dogs. My uncle was like, you know what? What you scared of a dog for? He only got one weapon. He said he only got a weapon in his mouth. And I was like, shit, that's a quick weapon. He said, that's a quick weapon, though. And that's for Pacquiao. Pacquiao, people say he only got one weapon, straight left. That straight left hurt Mayweather. That straight left carries some thump in it. And it's quick, it's fast, it's on point. And on top of that, if Pacquiao get confidence, he can find his range and his rhythm. He can find that range and that rhythm. Pacquiao gonna dance around you and just bam, throw that. And he gonna run them combinations on you. Then Pacquiao got this body shot. Pacquiao got this body shot where he'll punch and then it's like that. It's like some Ryu shit. And he'll do it in the solarplex. And I watched him train and they said, man, that's bad. And I think if he beat Thurman, it's gonna be with a body shot that set it up or that stopped Thurman. But for Errol Spence to get back on code, it's basically gonna be just controlling distance, keeping Pat Porter on the outside. And Errol Spence he should be able to outbox Porter. You know, keep him on the outside. He got a nice long southpaw jab. And I mean, Errol Spence's jab is like one of the best jabs in the boxing. It's real long. You know, it's sharp. He can thud it. He can pierce it. It's like, bam, man. You know, if he able to use that jab and establish that jab, you know, I'm hearing this Kell Brook. I heard it was English this weekend, so I don't know. I heard something happened with Kell Brook in the gym. He was considering retirement. So I hear a lot of shit. I just choose not to say. But you know, that long jab, put in there Shawn face. And you know what? If you keep that jab in Shawn face, 1-2. If he able to get Shawn in the corner, you know, Shawn got shorter arms. I would believe you keep Shawn the Porter, and I think a corner. I think I'll look for Errol Spence to work underneath, smother Shawn. Shawn can't beat him on the outside. You know, not going backwards, not letting Errol control you. And that jab. When your jab is really good, you going up against a fighter that got a questionable jab or, you know, a bad jab. That jab can control real estate. It really can. And you're not worried about, and in most cases, you'd be like, you know, CJ, when you fight a southpaw, you know, straight right hand is in play. Shawn Porter don't throw straight punches. So you ain't even looking for that to be a factor. Maybe that's something they throw in, is throwing a straight right hand in this camp. But Shawn Porter ain't looking to throw punches, straight punches. That's a disadvantage for Keith Thurman if he fight Errol Spence. He not looking to throw straight punches. So Errol Spence, I ain't got to work. I take a Keith Thurman straight right hand before I take a Keith Thurman left or right hook all day. I'll take a Shawn Porter straight right hand. He can work on that right hand till the cows come home until they fight in September. I don't think that straight right hand gonna be as effective, especially with a shorter reach if it's 69-72, like Steven Styles say. I ain't worried about that shit. It's certain shit that you gonna rather take for certain fighters. And that's what it is. And Delamonte, hopefully I got his name. He said Errol Spence more talented. Porter got more heart. Yeah, Errol Spence is more skilled. Porter is the better athlete. But Errol Spence do a lot of things well. I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk. Is a stoppage in play for Errol Spence? Shawn Porter be in some shapes. What Broner say, squares, rect. Shawn Porter be in shape. If Errol Spence actually stops Shawn Porter, it's gonna be body work that's gonna start that off, or he gonna be. I don't think Errol Spence is a one punch knockout, but the one punch can One punch can change. I don't see a stop. And somebody asked me earlier in the chat. I seen it. Can Shawn stop Errol? He can make him quit. I wouldn't say Errol gonna quit, but he can try to make it quick and quit and make it tough on him. Elbow him, headbutt him. That's the only way I really see him doing it. Unless, Shawn Porter do got better stamina. He do got better stamina, in my opinion. But it's different to have, he do fight at a faster pace than Errol Spence. He can tire Errol Spence out and wear him out, but I don't see him, knocking Errol Spence out in one punch unless he cut him, or unless something wrong with Errol Spence, he get injured, or he tired of getting headbutted, or he tired of the dirty tactics. Man, Shawn Porter gonna have to be dirty to win this fight. But pretty much that's what the fight is in a nutshell. Pay-per-view, will I buy it? I'm not gonna close the door on me buying this pay-per-view. I'm not gonna close the door for me possibly going to this fight. I probably will show up for this fight, God willing. This might be one of the fights I show up to. So, he said Spence and Bundu is a good persecutor for this Spence and Porter. I don't think so. Bundu is nothing like Shawn Porter. I don't think he nothing like Shawn Porter, by far faster. Different. Bundu, I mean, I'll probably show up to this fight, God willing. It depends on what's going on. So if I can make it here, make it out to Brooklyn. I like going to New York. It's supposed to be at the Barclays Center. Could be in Texas, I heard too. So could be in the Barclays Center. The style and movements are similar. I gotta watch Bundu again. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm surprised you speak on Errol Spence the bit. I'm surprised you speak on Errol Spence the businessman. It's a fight being made. So probably I heard Texas I heard Barclays Center for a while, but I heard Texas can be in play. So I like Barclays Center, but fight overall, it is what it is. I think it's the best pay-per-view fight they gonna do this year so far. By far, I think it's the best pay-per-view PBC fight. I think it's better than Adrian Broner and Pacquiao, Mikey and Errol Spence in hindsight. Keith Thurman, Pacquiao. I'm gonna say this fight gonna be better than Keith Thurman, Pacquiao, unless you get a spectacular knockout from either man. But I probably say that's second because look, you got Broner, Pacquiao, Mikey Spence in January, March, Mikey Spence, Keith Thurman, Pacquiao in July, 2 Fox, 1 Showtime. So then, was it August? You may get Danny and Mikey. That may be a good fight, but I'm not gonna put it up there with that. It wouldn't surprise me if it was the best, fight in the ring, but I doubt it. So that might be at the Staples. Then Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz might be at the Staples. Maybe Luis Ortiz do got some J-Rock left in him, but I'm really not intrigued by that fight. But they got Darrell and Benavidez on the undercard. I heard that might be a case. And then you'll have Errol and Porter. I'm looking forward to Errol and Porter the most. Then surprisingly, probably Keith Thurman and Pacquiao. And then Danny and Mikey. I'm actually looking for. I wish that was a free or a regular Showtime fight, but I think those, they're not pay-per-view in my opinion. But I think Shawn Porter, Errol Spence is what I'm looking forward to most. And I heard I heard that they may do Tevin Farmer, Javante on pay-per-view. So, he said, I follow your YouTube page. Well, you on YouTube. You always calling Errol Spence a businessman and a fighter. He is a businessman. I'm not even talking about that, bro. So, at the end of the day, we talking the technical aspect of fighting, man. Okay, we already talked about the whole pay-per-view thing in the beginning of the fight. Heron Burchett, I think Heron got a chance. The one guy that knocked out Burchett, Heron beat him. It was at 35, and he knocked out Burchett at 126. He's a taller fighter. And I think Heron is going to have to work on, what is he, a southpaw? Whatever part he is, he got to work on that lead hook. Because I think that's what dropped, that's what knocked out Burchett. You can catch Burchett coming in. At least he might have closed that up, but I think that flaw is still there. Primer pay-per-view, hell no. I heard they might pull it. I think Larry Allaby said that. No, I think Wilder not going to get saved this time. Stop it, bro. Fuck up out of here. That's crazy, man. How did Wilder get saved? I just want to know that. Shawn, what's going on? How did Wilder get saved? Jay Petier, whatever your name, Ronnie Neeson. He said, I know this right, but do you think Bud would have beat Floyd at 40? Not what I know right now. I don't think so. I don't. I gotta see more about Bud. I don't think so. It would have been a good competitive fight. So I mean, how Deontay Wilder got saved? How? How? He didn't. Did he hit the canvas? I don't think he. The extra time. The extra time. That ain't shit. Didn't Tyson Fury get like a 20 count? Didn't Lucian Bute versus Andrade on HBO get a 20 count? I'm not trying to hear that shit. Talking about, oh, he got saved. Fuck up out of here. Luis Ortiz had several rounds leading up to that knockout to knock him out. He didn't, even after that. So you telling me Wilder recovered in what, 12? And I'm probably being generous, 15 seconds? I don't believe that. If you really hurt, you really ain't gonna recover. Not in 12 or 15 20 seconds, a minute. If it was really life and death, or really was winning and losing, and then people say he was beating an inch of his life. If you beating an inch of your life, how does he come back? How does he continue to survive the round? And if he does survive the round, if you that beat up, right? If you that beat up, how do you survive the round? And how does Ortiz take his foot off the gas for the next round? He ain't winning a round besides the stoppage. Do it matter? He stopped him. He did win a round besides the stoppage. I don't listen to what Paulie Malignaggi say. He stopped him. He stopped Ortiz. Like it or not, he stopped him. He like it or not. He didn't look to his corner. He didn't turn his head. He didn't quit like AJ. He said Ortiz gassed out, but won't gas out this time. He don't matter. He getting knocked out again. He getting knocked out again. It don't matter. He getting knocked out again. Wasn't he the one drooling all over his nutsack, all over his lap? He got stopped. It wasn't no controversial stoppage. He got parked. Majority of people don't even want to see this fight again. Nobody want to see this fight again. I don't give a shit about the fight. He got stopped. Ortiz, he not gonna gas out this time. The motherfucker just got tired fighting Christian Hammer. The motherfucker went life and death with Christian Hammer. And I ain't talking about Thor Hammer. So I ain't trying to hear that. If he beat Deontay Wilder, tip my hat off to him. But he got stopped. It was nothing controversial about him getting stopped. Okay? Nothing controversial about that. And then he say he didn't win one round. Didn't he drop Ortiz in the beginning of that fight at some point? I don't understand the hate for Deontay. I just don't get it. I don't get it. They will endorse the devil. They will endorse the devil before they endorse Deontay Wilder, because I remember when Tyson Fury didn't have a fan. Okay? Tyson Fury didn't have a fan. He didn't have a fan to blow cool air on him. He didn't have a window fan. He didn't have a car fan. He didn't have a box fan. He didn't have not a fan out there. No fan. Not a handheld fan. He didn't have a fan. All of a sudden, Tyson Fury got fans. When he beat Vladimir Klitschko, I know I'm going off keel. He's just going to kick the shit real quick. When he fought Vladimir Klitschko, you niggas dishonored him, disowned him in the UK. People in America didn't care. It was the worst fight I ever seen. I never want to see Tyson Fury again. Oh, Fury ducking the Klitschko rematch. Oh, Fury a fat bastard. He was a ped offender. I mean, anything, man, it wasn't nobody endorsing Tyson Fury. He really ain't the lineal champ. Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko better, so I get Anthony Joshua more credit. You couldn't find a Tyson Fury fan. I was 1 in 1 million. I can remember he was supposed to fight David Haye, and he backed out of it. I was one of the very few people that gave him credit for beating Vladimir Klitschko. There weren't too many people out here. People act like that shit didn't even happen. Ricky E in the super chat, salute. Appreciate it, bro. It wasn't no truth. The truth is Ortiz got knocked out. That's the truth. What else do you want me to say? He gassed out. 2-time pad offender. I don't care how you like it. He cheated. He cheated. You don't conveniently bring that up. Had Deontay Wilder had anything adverse, people was putting Marcellus Wilder fake positive drug test on Deontay Wilder. Oh, Wilder's a cheater. Like, I don't get the hate for Deontay Wilder. I don't understand. Like, what did this nigga do? Did he fuck your mama? Did he marry your wife? Did he pipe your wife? Did he swipe your bank account? Did he pull up to your door and piss on your yard? Did he kill your dog? Did he skin your cat? Like, I don't understand why they hate this guy. I don't understand what this dude do for him not to be liked. He ain't did nothing. And I don't like him, because, this stupid guy from Alabama, some of the most intelligent people I met was from Alabama, to be honest. Contrary to what you believe, it ain't a whole bunch of country bumpkins down there. Them brothers and sisters down there is about education. I live down there. Used to. Sharp. He said, dude been the boogeyman. Can't say that about Wilder. No. If Wilder ain't the boogeyman, why didn't AJ fight him? Why didn't AJ fight him? Why did AJ turn down $50 million to fight him? If he wasn't the boogeyman. Huh? Why did Alexander Povetkin had to roar it up before he fought Deontay Wilder? If he wasn't the boogeyman, Ortiz was the boogeyman, why was he flushing pads out during the Deontay Wilder press conference? Why? Why did Joseph Parker miss a drug test? And after Wilder knocked out Arthur Spilka, why did Joseph Parker not want that smoke no more? Or was it Gerald Washington? Wilder the real boogeyman. Ain't nobody trying to go through that abuse. So many people that roided it up trying to fight him. What am I making up? No, let him stay. Let him stay. Bring him back. Bring him up. Bring him back. What am I making up? Hold on. What am I making up? What am I making up? No, and you ain't blocked, so you can talk. What am I making up? During the original Wilder Luis Ortiz rematch, during the press conference, the original fight, during the press conference, Erickson Lubin spoke. Okay? Ortiz wasn't there. Ortiz was on the telephone saying that, what did Ortiz say on the telephone? I can't make it. It was a hurricane down there. You know what Wilder said? He said, you know what? I knew when Ortiz was down in Miami claiming he couldn't make it out because of the hurricane, he was using the IV to flush out his pads. Go look it up. Nobody was ever scared of Wilder. Why didn't AJ fight him? Why didn't Anthony Joshua fight him? Why did Alexander Povetkin juice up before he fought him? Why did Luis Ortiz juice up before he fought him? Why did Joseph Parker drop out the WBC rankings and not take the WBC VADA drug test and not fight Wilder? Come on, man. Come on, man. If a nigga say, let's fight one-on-one, right? He say, let's fight one-on-one. He outside your house, no gun, no nothing. You bring a gun out. What that tell me about you? You scared. Alexander Povetkin tried to bring a gun to the Wilder fight. He still wanted to fight him. Luis Ortiz tried to bring a gun to the Wilder fight. He still tried to fight him. Use an analogy here. Come on, man. I made time for you today because I had time today. Salute D King 007. I see you. Like I said before, Tyson Fury, he didn't want the rematch and he cheated before. He cheated versus Vladimir Klitschko. They swept that shit under the rug. Then he blamed it on cocaine and mental healthness. Come on, white people love to blame it on mental healthness, don't they? I killed the church full of people. I killed my family. I have a mental illness. I'm like trying to hear that. We don't get that. We don't get that bailout card as black people, okay? You never seen mental health synonymous with nothing going on with black people and crime. Don't see it. I don't have no respect for Tyson. And I tell it to his big ass fucking face. I don't have no respect for him as a fighter. He cheated. And then he didn't own up to him cheating. He took the coward way out. I don't have respect for him. I respect Luis Ortiz more than him. At least he took it on the chin twice. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Come out and say I cheated. I cheated. I cheated. Cool. I'm cool with it. I cheated. You know, I did whoop-de-whoop. It won't happen again. I'm trying to hear that shit, man. Because we don't get that past as people. Black folk gonna hate on Wilder forever. He's our champ. A large amount of black folks are gonna jump on the Fury. Never me. Never me. Javante, hater. Mayweather, hater. Paulie Malignaggi, hater. You know Paulie Malignaggi got a small man's complex. Anytime he see Deontay Wilder knock somebody out, that nigga just look like, damn, why I can't punch like that? You can't even got 1% of he said he cheated versus Wilder. Who? Fury? No, not knowingly. But he sure took some time to join VADA. So for all my VADA people, he sure took some time to join VADA. He sure took his sweet own time to get VADA. He dropped 100+ pounds, and all of a sudden he took a week or 2 weeks to join VADA. He took a long time. Errol Spence don't send the VADA contract back for a day. He's a cheater. I was chopping it up with somebody on the horn today about that shit, man. We might have to start a podcast. Say what you want to say off of YouTube, man. We might just start a small podcast and make it for $1. I think I'm gonna call it "Say What You Want to Say" boxing. You know what I'm saying? We need to get on a platform that's going to allow us to say what we really want to say. And maybe it's subscription based. Maybe it's anonymous. You know, we do it once a week, or whenever it may be. Make it $1, make it $2. Because I know a lot of niggas. You know, maybe we should make it anonymous. Excuse me. Because I know a lot of people, and I don't want to out people out, but a lot of motherfuckers scared to. I mean, they scared to say what they want to say because they want that access. They want that access, and this ain't shit I even thought about today. And it's a number of things. It's a number of things that people talk to me about. Like a lot of niggas may hate me, and I don't give a shit. Cause I say what I want to say, and I don't really care because I'm not worried about a nigga running up on me. Not worried about it. Niggas have seen me at the mall, the dog store. I'm not worried about it. Like legitimately, I feel good in any hood. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about if a boxer come up to me and say whoopty whoop. Well, I'm gonna hold my ground. You hit me, I'm gonna straight go to the ground. I'm gonna get a concussion. I'm gonna go into my first seizure. I'm gonna get paid. Y'all can make me world star. I'll be world star like a motherfucker. Let one of these niggas hit me. They can just tap me on here. I'm cracking my head and I'm doing all that shit. I'm getting paid. I'm setting my family up for life. Ronnie Boy Fresh, what's going on? I'm getting paid. CJ went out like a sucker. You damn right. Shit, nigga gonna have a golden wall behind my ass. Pure gold on a live stream. Pure gold wall. I ain't gonna have no jewelry like that. I might have a little Rolex. Pure gold wall behind my ass. Fuck a green screen. I'm gonna have a gold wall. Just the golden bricks. What's that movie that had gold bricks? Hangover. When they locked that nigga down in the basement, in the cellar, and they was handing whatever his name is, the Chinese dude, they was handing him the gold bricks. I'm just have a pure wall of gold bricks. John Goodman gold bricks. Pure wall of gold bricks. Yep. And if I gotta do my streams with a motherfucking neck brace, I do it. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be rich in the motherfucker. I mean, one hot class. I already got it planned out. Let one of these niggas touch me. Even Paulie hit me. I'm gonna get that Showtime check. I got you, Paulie. So I ate Freddie Roach. He might, bam, nigga, I'm falling out. Freddie out at the wild card gym. Goodfella wild card gym. For real. I ain't gonna have no Gucci shit on. Shit. I'm gonna have me some my own shit on. I might have me some Master P Miniatas on in this motherfucker. That's real shit. Don't touch me. Shit, I'm gonna fall out. Shit, if one of my niggas with me next and get a mic with me, I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna elbow that nigga in the jaw. He gonna get paid. Yeah, the fight pay-per-view. I'm gonna elbow, get a mic in the jaw. Shit, Fred next. I'm gonna elbow Fred next to me. Callie next to me. I'm gonna headbutt the shit out of Callie ass in his eye. We all getting paid. Shit, Fred talking about he turned 80K to $1 million. We gonna see what you gonna turn in about 4, 5, 6 million. Shit, we suing Showtime. We suing the venue. We suing all them niggas. Shit, they gonna have to give me a stock in PBC, CBS for real, or Top Rank for real. I'm being some motherfucking. I'll be walking around this bitch with a gold wall in my house. That's the only expensive thing in this bitch. We hitting everybody. Wise, bad, everybody getting paid. Everybody getting paid. We all getting paid around this bitch. Elbow Curtis Anderson, he there. Headbutt World Breaker, nigga, my flip-flop catches. We all getting paid. Shit. All my niggas getting paid. Shit, I might even elbow T Street bitch ass. Get him paid. Maybe you can get a new Nike jacket or some shit. I hadn't tired of that same ashy. I don't know if he's still wearing that same ashy shit. I got Errol Spence. Errol Spence, you know, I think I got about what 4 points. Maybe a drop in there. Maybe drop him. Shocking. If he stop him, I'll be shocked to a certain extent. Corey Lee, what's going on? Christopher Lane, I see, but we getting paid. Corey Lee next to me, I'm elbowing that nigga. I'm headbutting that nigga. I said, you better fall. Y'all niggas know if these fighters hit me, or if they hit one of you niggas, go straight to the ground. Go into shock. Practice it. Let Jamel Charlo go off on me. Shit, we getting paid. Oh, Deontay Wilder, he touched me. I'm getting paid. I ain't taking that right hand, though. Hell no. Not with a bare feet. I ain't taking that right hand. Shit, they ain't about to be treat me like Iron Man. They ain't gonna treat me like my Iron Man. Fuck that. I want to be carried by what Ice Cube said. I'd rather be judged by 6 than carried by whatever the fuck. I don't want Deontay Wilder hit you. It's over with. I ain't fucking with him. That's the one nigga. Tyson Fury, he can hit me all he want to. AJ, all he want to. Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder, George, them 3 niggas to this day, I'm not letting them niggas hit me. David Tua, no. Randall Bailey, no. Why did I see you? It's certain niggas, I don't care what, Anuiwa, I'm good. That motherfucker can ice. I think that nigga can ice a polar bear. Mark Pinkerton. Yeah, I'd rather be carried by judged by 12 than carried by 6. However that shit go. Appreciate it. It's certain niggas in boxing. They can be old as hell. They ain't letting them hit me. For real, but yeah, let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Then I get in the Q&A. This nigga Miles outside. No, money ain't worth it, bro. Money, the zone gonna have to give me $1 billion contract. They're gonna give me $1 billion in cash for me to even think about that. I heard this in September. It was originally supposed to be September 1st on regular Fox for Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. They was gonna use the last football this Sunday to promote Errol Spence and Shawn Porter on Sunday on Fox. And I think that would have been a great idea, but Errol Spence allegedly, well, I know, I'm going to say allegedly wanted more money than he could have made on regular TV. So I'm pretty sure they looked into pricing the ads a little higher, and I don't think anybody bought in. They tried to exhaust all shit. So, but yeah, I'm going to talk about Manny Pacquiao, man. Okay. Like I said before, Keith Thurman is appreciated, Levante Nolan. Appreciate it, bro. Really do. He supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao July 20th, okay? And Manny Pacquiao is to be enrolled in VADA CB clean boxing program. It says Pacquiao is enrolled. So I don't know how updated this is, but it says Keith Thurman is enrolled. But okay, Keith Thurman, and it says Adrian Broner is enrolled. Okay, why that's important? Why Adrian Broner is important is because BoxRec must not be the most accurate, or they might don't keep up the up-to-date list. It's because what's up, Damian Jenkins? What's going on? I think I got it right. The reason why is because Adrian Broner and Manny Pacquiao didn't do VADA. They were supposed to do USADA, but they never showed up, and they did VADA, I think, the last month of the fight. Pacquiao didn't do VADA with Lucas Matisse, so that's not 365. He didn't do a full 8 weeks with Adrian Broner, or 12 weeks. And Keith Thurman said they have no drug testing for this fight. Okay? Nobody bring this up. Fight Hype, Fight Hub, Yahoo, ESPN, the Athletics is getting into the Athletics is taking over. Nobody bring this shit up though. And I'm not accusing the Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao. Oh no shit. All I'm saying is, why isn't he being questioned? You know, I see the Charlos get questioned. I see Errol Spence always questioned. You know, why isn't Victor Conte asking? And I would like you guys to tweet Victor Conte. I need everybody. Tweet Victor Conte and ask Victor Conte, why isn't Manny Pacquiao being tested for VADA? Why isn't Keith Thurman Manny Pacquiao for VADA? But you know what? He gonna get the pass because Pacquiao is a nice guy. People see him as a nice guy. You know, he can't do nothing wrong. But I remember in history, Lee Autopsy was going on. I remember in history, Skills for New Orleans was going on. I remember in history that he told Mayweather that he was scared of needles. Am I wrong? He said, I'm scared of needles. All right, cool. But I noticed, I'm like, damn, he got a tattoo. Oh, I don't want to take testing. What was it? I don't want to get tested 6 weeks or 3 weeks before the fight. I don't remember exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? I want to take testing up to a month before the fight or 2 weeks before the fight. I'm scared of needles. Drawing my blood weakens me for the fight. He had every excuse in the book. Had Mayweather had this excuse, and what people said about Mayweather was, well, he making an excuse for Pacquiao because he's scared of him. Okay. But when Mayweather implemented random style drug testing in boxing, which I think, to be honest, yeah, okay. Warrior, I'm gonna leave that ride. I'm gonna let that ride. Warrior Loft. You can talk all the shit you want to. I drop you on your motherfucking head. Don't think it's sweet over here, Warrior Loft. Don't think it's sweet over here. I drop you on your motherfucking head. We can meet up. What you want to do? Like I said, you get to talk about Pacquiao. See, motherfuckers don't like that. I'm scared of needles. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker throwing 1,000 punches around. But nobody question that. Nobody bring that shit up. But you know what? You know how they got a condition? The majority of fight fans, especially black fight fans, they hate Keith Thurman. So Manny Pacquiao found out what was going on. Manny Pacquiao's in a great position. The majority of fight fans hope that Manny Pacquiao upset Keith Thurman. He's in a great position. You know what I'm saying? So people don't care Pacquiao do what he need to do, cut corners to beat Keith Thurman because they hate Keith Thurman. My whole point about it is, if Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman, is he gonna fight Errol Spence? No, he's gonna fight the winner, Mikey Danny, and probably retire. Therefore, the WBA title goes up in the air. It's vacant. So, Bruce Putin and somebody else fighting for the intern. So Bob Arum with the WBA title anyway. Okay? So it don't really matter. It don't really matter about who gets the title. I got more faith in Keith Thurman facing Errol Spence, which is not a lot, before Pacquiao do. I think Keith Thurman fight Errol Spence if the money right, if they overcompensate him. But all I'm saying is all the guys out there like Stephen Bredman, Andre Rozier, Danny Jacobs, J-Rock, okay, all them guys, Dan Rayfield, okay, and I'm challenging niggas with channels. Niggas with channels that sit here and gave Canelo a pass because they scared of the backlash. They harped on AJ. They harped on Anthony Joshua losing, or he was ducking Deontay Wilder. But when Canelo failed the drug test, them niggas might have made a video about it. They was more concerned. They were more concerned with Anthony Joshua ducking Deontay Wilder. They made a video about that every day. Every day they made a video about it. Box for IBF salute. But when Canelo failed the drug test, I heard black channels and so-called black channels, y'all catch my drift. I like Canelo. Oh, Canelo, one of my favorite fighters. Really? Because the only thing worse than a coward in boxing is still a fucking cheater. Is a cheater. So every nigga with a channel, why is it only me in town talking about this shit? Me and Town is the only two channels that's talking about Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman not testing. Fight hype with their cameras there, Pacquiao working out. At the end of the day, they black. Like it, believe it or not. But you know what? You know what niggas scared to do? Niggas scared to take their access and put it up in harm's way. For me, I don't need no fucking access. I don't need no fucking access. To be honest, I'm about 10, 12 minutes away from Tony Harrison Gym. Real shit. I got a professional fighter that lives in my neighborhood that I can walk by him any given. If I walk up the street, if I walk miles up the street, I can run into him like that. He know Danny. He know Mayweather. He done fought a lot of different fighters. If I really wanted to get access and I really wanted to get credentials and tap in, I could. But I don't. That's not my thing. But I'm just asking people. I'm not even talking about the bigger new media outlets. Because guess what? The bigger new media outlets that's not willing to completely sell their soul to be nice to Andre Ward, to be nice to Timothy Bradley. I'm not saying that to out them out, but to kiss Bernard Hopkins ass, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Appreciate it. To kiss Oscar De La Hoya ass, no pun intended, no gay shit. Okay, you know those guys. To kiss those guys' ass. Oh, K9 too. I run the K9 Walmart, Motor City Soul. I run into niggas all the time. All them motherfuckers. Boxing Ego. I'm not calling him out of nothing. All I'm saying is that he didn't get into the Canelo, was it the Canelo Danny Jacobs fight? And now you can tell Shad Carter salute. You can tell the change in him now. You can tell the change in him. Now he a little bit more grimy. He a little bit more like fuck the zone. You know, he a little bit more edgy now. You know what I'm saying about Boxing Ego? If you watch the stream, he a little bit more edgy now. He like, man, I played fair game. I kept it 100. I ain't really go in. Hey man, I ain't playing walking on eggshells. If I got an opinion, I'm gonna give it to you. Gary Mays, I'll open Q&A in a second. I'll get you your question. I'm not walking on eggshell. I'm not doing it. And it's a lot of money in getting interviews. That's how a lot of niggas make their bones. That's how a lot of dudes make their bones. But now the niggas more edgier now. But all I'm saying, what's up, undisputed? I mean undisputed up, Dr. Blick, called you by your government YouTube name. But I'm not gonna walk on eggshells with these niggas. Not. It is what it is. But I just want to know why people ain't challenging Manny Pacquiao. At this point, who gives a fuck about going to see Pacquiao fight? Who gives a fuck? Well, maybe I'll not say the zone, but remember, I mean mainly Oscar De La Hoya. Really, who really gives a fuck about seeing Pacquiao fight? Have you seen him fight before? If not, you're not seeing Michael Jordan with the 23 on. You're not seeing Michael Jordan with the 4-5 on. Then in 23 on, you seeing Michael Jordan play for the Wizards. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna kiss no ass. All I'm trying to say is I got two main channels talking about Manny Pacquiao. It's myself that I look at in time. Nobody else. Motherfucker talk about Deontay, Anthony Joshua all day. Nigga, Anthony Joshua lost, what, 2-3 weeks ago? He lost 2 or 3 weeks ago. Nigga, goddamn, there's other shit going on in boxing. Collazo fighting Jose Benavidez. Alexander Booz Putin fighting somebody for the intern. Gervonta Tank Davis, I think Wood said he got a press conference tomorrow. My bad, Renzo Jackson. I ain't mean to block you. I ain't see who wrote that shit. I wasn't paying no attention. No offense, bro. Hey, I mean, hell, I'll probably go to if any, I'll probably go to Errol fight. That's all I'm asking. Nobody really like Canelo. They let him slide. Like the shit what Canelo did, that's some shit you supposed to let linger. That's some shit you supposed to have an aftertaste in. Every time Canelo fight or a motherfucker bring up Canelo, hey man, he did cheat. I got him on pound for pound list, but I got an asterisk by it. Pacquiao getting the ultimate G pass, and a lot of that got to do with Keith Thurman not being liked right now. Keith Thurman is responsible for holding the division. I'm not gonna say you right or wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna call you wrong on that. I think Keith Thurman held the division up, similar to what Mayweather Pacquiao did. But why nobody talking about Manny Pacquiao? He shredded up. He got agility. And then if you didn't want to talk about Mike Maurice, what's going on? If you're not talking about Manny Pacquiao not taking vital drug testing, I didn't mean to block you, bro. I didn't block you. I just blocked your message by mistake, bro. You can repost it. I'll push it through. It was a mistake. I half-ass read it. If you don't want to talk about Pacquiao and you scared to talk about that shit, okay, cool. Talk about how he said, I got an ankle injury. He make excuses already. But I see niggas going on and on with useless ass content, redundant ass content, pipe sucking content. You see all these dudes coming on with the same shit. But we need awareness brought to the front of the congregation. It's a plain sight to see. Even if you want to question unbiased heavyweight rankings and news, salute. Even if you want to question Keith Thurman, why Keith Thurman ain't tested, I'm fine with that. If you want to question Keith Thurman why he ain't testing, I'm fine with that. If you want to bring awareness to it and say, well, Keith Thurman said he don't care what Pacquiao took, he's still beating his ass, I'm fine with that. Well, ain't nobody talking about this shit. Maybe people gonna wait till the fight come. We a month out. We're a month out. Why ain't nobody talking about it? And when people talk about Tyson Fury, nobody talk about his past. To bring up Canelo, nobody talk about his past. I just want to know why ain't more videos being made? Why ain't more articles being made? Because when I read a Jarrell Miller article in the boxing scene the other day, Heavyweight content. What do you say? Heavyweight contender disgrace Jarrell Miller. At the end of the day, you can say Miller failed 3 separate drug tests, but you ever seen it say former heavyweight unified champion and current lineal champion disgraced Tyson Fury? Did you ever hear disgraced middleweight title holder Canelo Alvarez? You ever heard that shit? UK British champion title holder disgraced Dillian White. You ever heard that? Disgraced heavyweight, even Luis Ortiz. You ever heard that? Disgraced Mexican legendary fighter Eric Morales. He failed the test. Never heard about that. Disgraced New Zealand former WA heavyweight title missed a drug test. Joseph Parker missed a drug test. Russian former title challenger disgraced Alexander Povetkin. Never heard about that. Even though I don't really care for Big Baby Miller, disgraced Billy Joe Saunders. Ever heard that? Nope. Disgraced Kid Gallo. I don't care what his brother did and spiked this shit. I don't care what his brother did. Well, he spiked my drink. I didn't give shit. And if you really want to get technical, shit, Leo Santa Cruz is a disgrace to the Mexican American, Mexican boxing community. He's a disgrace. Even without feeling, he's a disgrace. I'd be ashamed to call Leo Santa Cruz my friend. He a disgrace. Shit, to be real, I wouldn't be upset if they called Broner a disgrace. 4 division champion disgraced Adrian Broner. I wouldn't even bat an eye if they kept it consistent. But when it came to Miller, oh, this black nigga is a disgrace. Watch the Wilder lose or something happen with Wilder. They gonna throw so many adjectives in front of that nigga name. He gonna be shit you ain't never heard before. He gonna be shit you ever heard before. They don't say shit. And it's funny, man. I want to touch on this. I'm gonna open Q&A up, man. Y'all can start asking questions. I'll get to it. I got a question to get to before that. Somebody asks. Okay. But talk about Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley, okay? And I said this in my other video, okay? This ain't no shot at I like Fred. Fred is a good brother. Okay, when Fred was making you niggas mad, and the very same niggas that's gonna be going to Fred get together in Houston. Shout out to them niggas. If you in Houston, hit Fred up. He doing a get together in Houston. Supposed to be a lot of brothers getting together, sisters getting together. Hey, I fuck with Fred. I promote this shit. I like Fred as a person. He's a good brother. Never disrespected me. Cool with him. But I would like to educate him like niggas educate me. He educate me when I watch his videos. I watch his videos, okay? Uncle Tom, okay? Uncle Tom is not what it means, okay? I mean, I got to find my book. I'm gonna look for it. I had to go to my storage. I'm gonna look at somewhere in my books. If I know I still got it. Uncle Tom is not what it means. It don't mean you a corny, cornball, goofball, raccoon, tap dancing brother. Uncle Tom Cabin is the book. Read that book. It didn't like you on that. So when we use Uncle Tom, every time I'm with my mom and I might used to fall out of place as a kid and might say Uncle Tom, she be like, you know it don't mean that. Don't say that. And she right. Uncle Tom doesn't mean that. So we gotta kill that term. I don't care if you say the N-word. Shit, we changed that to a word of endearment, but I think it's not right that you call Timothy Bradley if that's what you're trying to call him. Now, I don't have a problem with Timothy Bradley. I seen some of the shit he's saying. Hey, at the end of the day, when you in the media, it's funny how the zebra changed stripes. It's funny how Kwame got polka dots and now he got stripes for my niggas, my rap niggas in the 90s. Okay, remember when Biggie ended his career? Yeah. This video's a Thurman at camp. There's videos out there. I think if you go to his Instagram, Twitter, he got videos. But Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley, it's a different feel when you in the media. Okay. it's a different feel in the media. Battle rifle, I see what's going on. It's a different feel in the media. Okay. At the end of the day, Tim Bradley wasn't the villain. He wasn't treated like Andre Ward in the media. But you know what? ESPN the top rank paying him, and he got to push certain things. Okay. Andre Ward, it's a little different. Okay. Timothy Bradley never got accepted by the media. I believe he was the best 140-pound fighter in the most jam-packed 140-pound division I can remember. Okay, he was the most. He was the best fighter in the division that went 15 deep. From Victor Ortiz to Marcos Maidana to Amir Khan, Devin Alexander, Juan Urango, Kotelnik. I mean, Lamont Peterson, Kendall Holt, Nate Campbell, Danny Garcia was coming up on the low. I mean, Ed Morales was still there. You go to that division, and I'm probably forgetting guys that fought there, and Zab Judah was still there doing his thing. In that division, legitimately went 15 deep, and I consider Timothy Bradley the best of that division. He beat Devin Alexander, he beat Lamont Peterson. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? Timothy Bradley was never on the wrong side of the coin. Now Andre Ward was SOB Ward. Andre Ward was a stepchild. Okay? Andre Ward was a stepchild. Andre Ward was treated like an orphan on HBO. HBO wouldn't even pick up his fight versus Paul Smith. He fought on BET. Name me another fighter that fought on BET. And it wasn't no shit that opened the door for fighters to fight on BET. Rock Nation made him fight on BET. Andre Ward was one of the most disrespected fighters. He faced a ton of racial backlash. He wasn't considered a white fighter. He was considered a brother. The very few fans he had, the black community got behind him. You know what? And it hurt to see when he talking to Fred that, my father was white. Oh, I like how you conveniently brought that shit up. Now all of a sudden, every brother ain't a brother now. It's hard for a motherfucker like Andre Ward to get into media. It's hard for a guy like Deontay Wilder to get in media. The amount of disrespect Deontay Wilder has endured. The amount of disrespect for Wilder to get on TV and have to follow a script, have to get there and tell me, oh, Lomachenko number one. Or have to get on TV and try to push it. Oh, Fury's the best. I'm just talking about hypothetical. I'm not disappointed in Timothy Bradley. I'm not. Timothy Bradley didn't have to endure the hardships of like Andre Ward did. I'm not disappointed in him. I'm not disappointed in him. I expected that from him. When he went from Gary Shaw to Top Rank, I knew what time it was. When he got on there and said, I don't need to fight PBC fighters. When he ducked Amir Khan, I knew what time it was. He's a company man. Somebody walking on the property. Andre Ward, it was a shock to me. But y'all can ask questions, man. And somebody had a question earlier. I think it was Gary Mays. He said that how does Crawford beat Errol Spence? Boxing, jab. He could push Errol Spence back. He could use lateral movement. He worked up and down. He the faster fighter. It really gonna come down to a fight of footwork. Okay, if Errol Spence is able to cut the ring off on Terrence Crawford, I think that's a good sign for Errol Spence. That means Errol Spence will be able to make Crawford exchange. Crawford is a willing exchanger, and I think Errol Spence can catch Crawford and possibly hurt him. But if he ain't able to cut the ring off on Crawford, and Crawford is able to improvise, he able to slip out of close corners, he able to box and keep Errol Spence off key, He able to slip and switch southpaw to orthodox, whatever he chooses to do, make Errol Spence miss and box. I think even if it's a close fight going to the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th into the championship rounds, I think Terrence Crawford is the more fit fighter. He's the more experienced fighter. He's been through more adversities than Errol Spence. He's a more experienced fighter. So I think experience, he beat him with experience. He beat him with his athletic ability. And I also think he probably will be to the unless he fights Keith Thurman, and that's the only guy I could see. Maybe Danny Garcia. But I think he'd be the biggest puncher Errol Spence has fought. Okay. And also I think he's the most dangerous puncher, variety puncher. With Keith Thurman, you're looking out for a left hook or right hook. Danny Garcia, you're looking back for a counter right hand, straight right hand, however you, whatever one, you're looking for a left hook. You know, with Shawn Porter, you're looking away for wild left hooks and right hooks. But with Terrence Crawford, he's dynamic with both hands. He got dynamite in both hands. So it'll be his biggest challenge by far. And it doesn't necessarily it doesn't necessarily make me believe that Errol Spence is Terrence Crawford's biggest challenge. I think Terrence Crawford stylistically biggest challenge is Keith Thurman. I think Errol Spence's biggest challenge is Terrence Crawford. I think Keith Thurman's biggest challenge is Errol Spence. See how that works? Styles. Not necessarily mean I think those guys gonna win, but the style clash is a problem. So it's not just speed. Crawford got timing. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. He can fight in the pocket. It's a tough fight. You know, if you ask him how Errol win, like I said before, if he able to close the distance off on Terrence Crawford, which he could be, and I like to see him fight Keith Thurman before that fight if that happened, because if he's able to cut the distance off on Keith Thurman, that's a great sign. He able to use his jab, and if he can close, if he can make Bud exchange with him or put Bud in a position where he got to fight his way out of a problem, I look for Errol Spence to get the stoppage or to hurt Bud. Bud is a very undisciplined fighter. If he a tit for tat fighter, he's like a Mir Khan. You hit him, he got to hit you back. And when guys like that, those are the guys you can hit with the punches they don't see coming. He said, I honestly think Thurman is a worse matchup for Bud than Errol. Yeah, I agree. How do you see the Pacquiao versus Thurman fight going? Stretch season in my Corey Leroy. I think Thurman should stretch him. If not, win a wild unanimous decision. Ask me fight week. Even if Pacquiao take what he gonna take, I look for Keith Thurman. Whatever you put in your ass, or however good you train, unless he training to cut the ring off on Keith Thurman. If Pacquiao wins, it's gonna be a stoppage, or he gonna hurt Keith Thurman to the body or stop him. Keith Thurman he used too much real estate. Bad matchup foot wise. Pacquiao is probably gonna lunge in with a straight left. And I was talking to somebody today. They said an uppercut. I was thinking it's probably gonna be a left or right hook. I think I like a right hook versus southpaw. Big Baby said it was over the counter stuff. Hell no. Not no GW51. I don't really know. EPO, HGH. I need to see that over the counter shit. If that's over the counter, man, they need to change their standards, wherever you bought that from, T-Tone Toledo. Thurman has the best footwork at 47. Yeah. I can see him or Bud. You hear the rumors today, PBC being sold for $600 million. No, I didn't hear that rumor. Yeah, you can email that to me, but Al Heyman's still going to control it. That's from what I understand. Al Heyman's still going to control it. Errol gets too much credit. I mean, a lot of people get too much credit. I think everybody in this era get too much credit. I'm not going to out him out and say he the only one. I think every fighter in this era overrated. That's a prominence. I think Teofimo Lopez is overrated. I think Lomachenko was overrated. Until you had those tough 50-50 fights, I think Pacquiao is the only fighter of his generation that's probably solidified. Canelo Alvarez, a lot of question marks about what he took, what he didn't take, who he beat, who he didn't beat. You can make a question that he overrated. You know, people could say Deontay overrated. And until you actually, you know, get done with your career or your career solidified, nobody career solidified. Only guys I say career solidified is Manny Pacquiao. And maybe Danny Garcia. You know, if Danny Garcia don't go do shit else in his career, Danny Garcia was a iconic 140 pound as far as who he beat. His resume is top 3 in boxing by far. And he actually beat the guys that he beat for the most part, even with the losses. He said, he said, I live in Florida and I met more people who know Shawn Porter than Keith Thurman. Damn, that's crazy. If Josito, that's battle right. Gary May say if Josito can cut the ring off on Pacquiao, then what you think Earl gonna do? It's different. For one, Thurman was Josito Lopez. Thurman was rusty. I don't think he was in the best of shape. And you don't know if Errol Spence is gonna be willing to walk through that type of punching power. You can assume. You can assume he's gonna be willing to walk through that punching power, but you don't know until you know. And that wasn't the best Keith Thurman he's seen, or the best Keith Thurman we've seen. But like I said before, it don't mean that Keith Thurman, Errol Spence gonna be able to take them same punches Lopez did. Errol Spence might get hit and say, "I don't want to get hit that again," and switch his style up. Just because Lopez has fought probably the biggest puncher in the welterweight division, other than maybe Randall Bailey in the last 10, 12, 15 years I could think of. He fought Marcos Maidana. Okay, Marcos Maidana, heavy puncher. He fought Canelo Alvarez. For him, being a career junior welterweight at the time, that's a heavy puncher. Mercy for Messenger said, honestly, think boxing fans personality, worship or root for their home guy more than they cheer for a style. I agree. Exactly how it is now. I just want a good fight at this point. I do have my rooting favorites. Just because I think I tell you guys somebody can win this channel don't mean I'm rooting for them all the time. Frances McEwen. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I ain't good with names. If Earl couldn't stop Garcia, how would he beat Bud? I don't think that you're reading much into that. I think Bud wouldn't be as defensive. Bud ego wouldn't let him go out like Garcia did. If you ask the number of fighters versus average fighter, if you ask a number of fighters to survive, I think a lot of guys survive. You may not survive versus Mike Tyson, David Tua all the time. You might not survive versus, Sonny Liston, Jack Johnson. You might not survive versus George Foreman. But certain guys, you say you just get in there and just survive for 12 rounds, they can do it. So I don't think that Bud is not going to be defensive like Mikey Garcia. And if Bud is defensive, I think just more than he usually is. And I think that don't go well for Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence need Bud to be overconfident and offensive. Because if Bud is disciplined and defensive and just got enough offense, he might wash Errol Spence if he fought a disciplined fight. But guess what? Fortunately for Errol Spence, that ain't Terrence Crawford personality. He a finisher. He want to go for the kill. And with him being a finisher and going for the kill, that's going to give Errol Spence an opportunity to knock out Crawford. Crawford get touched up from the orthodox position with a ton of overhand right hands. He's closed that weakness up. But I've seen that weakness, and his other weakness is that he like to go tit for tat. If Errol Spence can get him to open up and fight and get offensive and maybe bait him, he can catch him. So that's an interesting fight. Thurman can dish out enough punishment to beat Spence and Crawford, but I don't think he can take it, so I don't see him beating either fighter. I do believe he causes Bud the most issues. I agree with that. It's going to be a Bud can time him, pretty much what it is. I think Thurman is just – I think Errol Spence is just – Errol Spence is going to make Thurman look like easy work if he can roll the punches and take the power. If he can take the power, he going to cut the ring. If he can cut the ring and take the power – Keith Thurman, he got to punish Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman ribs going to be fucking bruised up. He going to be coughing up blood and pissing up blood. I don't think Spence beats Bud. It's a possibility. I don't think so neither, but it won't be crazy if Spence knocked out Bud. I don't think it's crazy enough. He can go. I think a lot of people think go anyway. What's your favorite anime series? Dragon Ball Z. By far, that's the only one I actually watch. Maybe offhand. I watched Naruto back in the day. I played a Naruto game on PS3, excuse me. Me and my girlfriend nephews, we played. I love that game. I don't remember which one I was playing, but a lot of them didn't come on TV. I remember watching Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon with the girls. I remember those coming on. I can't remember every anime. Is Yu-Gi-Oh considered an anime? I watched that as a kid. I didn't play the games because you get butchered and you get your ass whooped in school playing that shit or get picked on. But I never was into that. Pokemon back in the day, that's considered an anime. But mostly as a kid, You know, because Sailor Moon was on, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z was on back in the day. GT suck. I like Super. But I remember Power Rangers, VR Troopers, I mean, Gargoyles. I mean, I was more into that type of shit. Batman in the 90s, where y'all remember the 90s Batman, then late 90s going into Batman Beyond. I was more into shit like that. Like I said, Pokemon. Who else you had out there? A Digimon hot for a minute. So yeah, I was more into that type of stuff. So I didn't have a big anime influence. We just loved Dragon Ball Z and wrestling back in the day. The Attitude Era, NWO era. Yeah, I was into the shit like that. Renzo, what's going on? Boxing fans. Errol has not fought a top tier fighter. A lot of guys have it. A lot of guys have it. You know, it is what it is. You know, it happened. It's gonna have to happen. Who was your favorite WWE superstar? Dun 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 dun. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. The Rock, obviously. Rey Mysterio was my guy. Sting was my guy. Goldberg was my guy. Chris Jericho, for some reason, he was my guy. I actually put the Wash Jericho. I put the Wash Jericho in the motherfucker not too long ago. One of the kids. That shit was funny. What else was out there, man? For whatever, when I was a kid, Undertaker scared the shit out of me, bro. He scared the shit out of me. Farouk, not Farouk, but Allman Johnson. That was my nigga back in the day. I had a lot of good. I used to love wrestling before I found out it was fake. That shit broke my little soul. That broke my. I found out wrestling was fake, though, it felt like I lost a family member. Did you play Euro Ultimate? I don't know which one it was. I just know I was getting my ass whooped until I figured it out. No filter boxing. He said Thurman beats Manny, Spence, and Bud, which I don't think he can happen. Well, he had the best resume in boxing. Yeah. If he clearly beat them all, yeah. It's over. As long as Manny Pacquiao gone. Because how can you compare with Barrera, Morales? I mean, even with the losses, Floyd Mayweather, Marquez a few times, this shit just stacked. Bud smarter than Errol. Yeah, I mean, shit. I think Errol only started boxing at 15. I be trying to point that shit out. Bud only started boxing at 15. What y'all expect? Crawford been boxing since a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I say, Errol Spence ceiling is higher than Bud's at this point. But every time I say something good about Errol, it just go out the window. So I don't even try to harp on it. Charlo Harrison rematch, who wins? I don't know at this point with his ankle injury, but I'm pulling for Harrison. I didn't make a determining winner before. Gundam Wing, yup. Hell yeah. Remember Top Cats? Double Dragon. Remember them Dragonfly motherfuckers? Was that a cartoon? I know I had the toy. Remember y'all niggas, we had Stretch Armstrong for niggas that grew up like me. We had Stretch Armstrong. Remember we had the I know I had the Wolverine version. It was about this big, and then he had that little blue controller, the little blue thing on the back, and then it had a Spider-Man version of that shit. We got some dope ass too. I had a Rad 2.0. Remember it was the robot that brought you, like, you could put shit on this tray, he grabbed shit. I had that. Giga Pets. Who else? Well, man, we had some dope shit as kids, man. Game Boy Color, regular Game Boy, Sega Game Gear. I think that's what it was called. Sega Game Gear was before its time, bro. Sega Game Gear was before its time. That shit was dope, nigga. I had all the games on that bitch. Sonic, all that shit, bro. Sega Game Gear was way before its time. Way before its fucking time. Garcia had a rehydration clause. I didn't know that. The Rock, Edge. Yeah. Oh, the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys. Those was my and them other niggas that did the 3D. What was them niggas' name? Them niggas was cold. That was one of my favorite tag teams, the Hardy Boys, and then them the Dudley Boy. Woo, man. Yeah, man. That was my niggas right there. I stay putting niggas in the Raw Jericho. Chris Benoit, Crossface Crippler, wasn't it called? On Heart, fell from the rafter. Yeah, I remember that shit, man. That's crazy. Thundercats, that's what it was called. Thundercats. I said Top Cats. Sega CD. I remember my nigga daddy worked at Funko Land. They got everything brand new. The Sega CD was for a small glimpse of time. They had the chairs before they came. I remember Live 99. It was Tim Hardaway in the front. They had the chairs. You know how these niggas got the chairs today with the speakers? He had that shit back in the day. They had the guns. All that shit. Night House, what was it? What was it? The House of Horrors, whatever it is by Sega. They got it in the they have it in arcades now, man. Shootout 98. That niggas had everything. Nigga, they house was the shit. Ishmael and Meshach. I love them motherfucking niggas' houses, man. I don't even know I fell out of touch with them. But they had everything in their house, man. Everything. Then we loved playing baseball back then. I don't know what happened to baseball, but I used to love figure four leg. I remember that shit. You know, yeah, man, we had a ton of shit back then. I remember I had all that shit, bro. Sega Saturn was too expensive. Mine was. You ain't lying, bro. The shit was called GameStop was called Funko Land, and they daddy worked at they daddy worked at Funko Land. Funko Land is what it was called. Yup. I'm that old. I'm Funko Land old, nigga. Hell yeah. They had that one game on there. They had like a gun. It looked like Gunwing or something. They had that game on. I don't remember what it's called. And they had Virtual Fighter, nigga. We played the shit out of Virtual Fighter. They need to remaster that. The Ring of Saturn. Y'all remember that shit too. Yeah, that was too. Sega CDM was the Ring of Saturn. Hell yeah. Then we had motherfucking Golden Eye 64. My brother had a 64 out of the place. He had Golden Eye, Banjo Kazooie. What was the other one? Torak. Well, I probably fucked that up. Mario Kart. Hell yeah. 64 low key was killed. I can't wait till they come out the 64 Classic. I got the Super Nintendo upstairs. They got the real Sega Genesis Classic coming out this September. I pre-ordered that. I gotta remember that. They come out with the 64. The PlayStation Classic was ass. They ain't had nothing on there. Might as well go buy real. I still got my whatever it was, 16-bit Sega. It's put up in storage. That shit straight from Japan. Spawn and Demon's hand for Sega was one of the best fighting games ever. I haven't played it. I gotta see if I played that one. They need Fight Night back because the reason they don't do Fight Night is because they're getting the license for the boxers. He said Power Stone for Dreamcast. I didn't have a Dreamcast until later on. I think I got a Dreamcast later on, past its expiration date. But Dreamcast, they had internet play on there before it was internet play. I'll be playing Fight Night on Xbox. I ain't played in a minute, but yeah, they had internet on Dreamcast. That shit was revolutionary. Revolutionary and shit, man. But yeah, let me go upstairs and eat, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Oh, at least got one NBA video coming after this, man. Then tomorrow I'll do an NBA stream. 007 GoldenEye was the best. Oh, that was probably that. What was it? Perfect Black or Pitch Perfect Dark? Whatever the fuck it is. Perhaps those are two of the greatest games of all time. I came Perfect Dark, was it? Yeah, Perfect Dark and GoldenEye was two of the greatest games of all time. Not just on 64. Lex Luger, oh yeah, that motherfucker. I forgot what his special move was. I can remember. I can look at it in my head. Who else the fuck you had out there, man? Oh, remember WWF Attitude? I think that shit was on PlayStation. My brother had NWO versus WBCW. That shit was dope. 64 was cold. They had WBCW versus NWO on that motherfucker. That shit was cold. I remember SmackDown came out, nigga. You couldn't tell us. Or Ready to Rumble. They had that shit on 64 too. Yep. It was on 64. My boy had it. Scottie Pippen basketball game on Sega CD. I don't remember that, but I remember Larry Bird had one on Sega. I think it might have been Larry vs. Magic or some shit like that. Warzone. Oh, man. I remember that shit. E.T. on Atari. I ain't played Mace Dark Age. I gotta check that out. They come out with a 64 Classic, man. I'm getting that bitch. That bitch gonna have everything on it. Cause 64 had a shit ton of motherfucking they had a shit ton of exclusives too. Doom, yep. Doom was on 64. It was on Sega too. My sister had it. That was on Sega, yep. Yeah, let me get out here, man. I gotta get Miles a walk, let him run around or some shit before he killed me. NBA Jam, yeah, we had that. NBA Showtime, NBA Jam. We had all that shit, man. Back in the day when you had to have memory cards. But appreciate everybody for tapping in. Blessings to everybody out there. Be safe. I at least have one more video coming today. We gone.